I watch a YouTube channel called Luke It Up, and Luke's journey is kind of based on the strategy that Mr. Beast suggests, which is 100 videos, and Luke's theme is 101 videos. And that's what kind of inspired me to do 28 videos. My videos are daily. Luke's videos are, I think he does once or twice a week. And my daily is my goal is to get better at talking to the camera and ad-libbing. And the reason why I was thinking about Luke this morning is he was a coal miner for, I want to say, most of his life, and then at some point decided that he was going to become a trader in the stock market, and then later a life coach. And I think that's what he found his calling as a life coach, and he wants to help people, and that's what he's doing on YouTube right now. He's kind of teaching you from his mistakes. Now, going back to the trader part of it, he talks about in a video how he became a trader and lost money in the stock market, and I think realized that probably wasn't for him. And at one point I decided I was going to be a trader in the stock market, and I too lost money in the stock market. And I think I caught on pretty quickly that it's not as easy as the big finance YouTubers make it out to be. They can get you excited and make you feel like you're gonna miss out on the stock market, and then, you know, maybe later make you feel like, well, if I would have just bought their course that they're selling, that I would have done better. Or if I would have just understood these companies better. How do I understand these companies better? I think a lot of people that are in the stock market or make mistakes that Luke and I did are looking for a way to make a paycheck, maybe not get rich. I mean, it's about being able to make a paycheck and provide for your family, and probably get out of the job that you're currently in. And like I said, Luke was in coal mining for a long time. I've been in the construction industry for a long time. I'm going to say we both probably made a good paycheck doing those things, but sometimes it gets old. The industry gets old. I've seen big changes in my industry with how things used to be done and how they're done now, and how, like, electronics and the digital world has changed the things that we do. And some things it's easier, some things it's more challenging, but that also affects the people that are in that industry too, and makes them some better, some worse, and creates some conflicts. And I guess from the most basic example I can give as far as a conflict is I sent an email to a general contractor with some safety information, but both of our companies have limitations on how big of a file you can send through email. So tried to send it, got kicked back, tried to send it, got kicked back. And so I went and used a free file transfer website. And what makes it free is there's an ad for whatever it might be. This time it was Capital One. And so I transferred the information using that, and that WeTransfer website works pretty flawlessly. But he sees an ad and doesn't see the link to download, and it confuses him, and then there's emailing back and forth. And whereas anybody that is able to function on a computer halfway decently can figure that out. I've never had an issue, except for with this older guy that does things old school, as he says. But old school doesn't allow me to transfer files, and the company that he works for doesn't allow me to transfer files over a certain size. Same with my company, both pretty big corporations. So it creates a conflict pretty quickly. And that's just one example of many, in several different ways that it creates an issue. But back to trading. So I was very fortunate that I lost some money at the right time, realized that trading right now isn't for me because I don't know enough about the stock market, but I did learn some things along the way, and I started investing in the ETFs, like the S&P ETF to be exact. So I'm a lot more comfortable investing there, understanding that if something happens, the S&P 500 is going to go down. And over time and throughout history, the S&P 500 has always gone up. So I've been a lot more comfortable putting money there, expecting it to be there for the long term, and I don't have to go in and check my stock accounts to see how well I'm doing on a day-by-day basis and stress out because I'm constantly losing money. So I'm glad that I figured that out on time. But I don't want to discourage anybody from investing in the stock market, but I think that the ETFs or good mutual growth funds are the best way to go. I say that because I'm a big fan of Dave Ramsey, and not necessarily is the ETFs the advice that he would give, but when you're on your own and you're doing things on your own and you're not asking for help, other than the research that you're doing online, it might be a little bit more challenging for you to find out what a good mutual fund might be. And he doesn't tell you, he suggests someone to you that you can pay money to, and it's probably money well spent. I think they vetted those guys out and they only choose the best ones. I don't know. I didn't go that route. I made my own decisions, learned from some of my mistakes, and I'm happy with what I'm doing now for the most part. Yeah, I hope Luke is successful on his journey. We're probably close to the same age, and that's I think that's where I found him at, is with the YouTube algorithm. Over 40. You watch a few over 40 videos, because I'm in my 40s, and you get stuck with a plethora of YouTubers that are producing over 40 content, and that's not what I'm looking to do. I don't know what I'm looking to do. I don't know what my niche is going to be. I do know that I enjoy entertainment and pop culture, and I don't know necessarily how that becomes a business. And I feel like any of the vloggers that are making a living producing content on YouTube are guys that have been around for a very long time, who have made it their passion. And I'm sure there's a lot of failures out there that we don't know about because they're no longer on YouTube, but I think it's a huge choice to make, to, sell everything you have and move into a van and go travel and see the stuff that you want to do. And that opportunity presents itself a little bit easier when it's just you and you don't have anybody to support. And that's not the case for me. So I'm trying to be super cautious about how I do things, and not necessarily am I saying that YouTube is the job for me. I would like for these videos to help me enjoy my job more. And one of the ways that can happen is I'm a pretty big introvert, so talking to people is not on my list of favorite things to do. And avoiding conflict is one of my favorite things to do. And my job, because of the different people that I have to talk to, is somewhat of a sales position. Requires a lot of that. There's a lot of office time, and then at the same time there's a lot of important FaceTime with people that has to happen. And I think that's just one of the ways that it can help me. I don't know if it would change the way I feel about the industry, but maybe it would help. I don't know. I'll probably delete this video and maybe try to reshoot something later. I think this is day 8 for me. Going to bed, I didn't really have anything on mind that I wanted to talk about. So I thought, hey, maybe while I'm in the shower something will pop. And nothing did, and I really didn't want to do a video today, but 28 days seems like such a small challenge that how could I stop on day 8? So here I am, and we'll see if this gets posted, and if not, I'll try again later, and hopefully I'll have something a little bit more entertaining to talk about. But in the meantime, if you did watch this, thank you for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.